So here's a question I run around in my own head a lot, and I want to see if I can rope you into this thought experiment with me. There's a lot of people who ostensibly, or at least seem to know something about the nature of this phenomenon and aren't saying it. And it seems like that's been the case for, 70 years or so. There are people who've had various levels of knowledge. And
I had this conversation just recently. Yes, I had this conversation recently with an individual that I feel would be in a position to know. And he told me that there are probably roughly 20 people on the planet that have the bigger picture. I wouldn't say that have the whole picture. And I was like, 20 people, that's it? He's like, well, sure, it's very compartmentalized and there are lots of layers, right? This is going on over here, this is going on over here, but that there are roughly 20 people around the globe that have the bigger picture. And that bigger picture, I am told, and I don't know what it is a little scary.
So, okay, so then that brings to the question.
I'm not trying to instill fear in anybody. I'm just relaying what I heard.
No, good things can be scary. Scary can just be big, right? So the question that I puzzle with myself is, let's say that, there's 20 people every 5 or 10 years or something. There's 100 people at least that we're dealing with who've had this knowledge, and none of them seem to have come out and talked. What truth or what could we find out that would be so intense or so, I don't know, either scary or incomprehensible that if we found it out, we could guarantee that nobody would ever share? Do you ever think about this? What could
I do? Oh God, yes, I do.
Nobody would share. Yes. Do you have any guesses in your mind?
Well, I'm sort of still coming to terms with my meeting with Bigelow, because I wasn't ready for that meeting when I wasn't ready for the information that he shared with me at that meeting. And that was, and I can talk about it because he never told me not to. And he said, they're walking among us.
2017, the New York Times published a story exposing a secret government program investigating UFOs.
That story was kind of a catalyst for a lot of things that have happened since. Members of Congress started to ask questions.
Instruments report there is something there.
There are flight characteristics that we can't explain.
UAPs are unexplained. It's true. They need to be investigated.
Here we are having a hearing where just a few years ago, we didn't even acknowledge that these things were real.
Do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years.
You're telling me people have come forward claiming firsthand knowledge of craft of non-human origin?
That's correct. We have sources who have asserted not only that there have been crashes, but there have been crash retrievals.
Do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
Biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they human or non-human?
Non-human.
I'm sitting here today because the American people are being lied to.
We are the American government, and we are open, and we're going to be open about this.
What has been revealed:
non-human intelligence exists. Non-human intelligence has been interacting with humanity.
Is only part of the story.
The pressure's on. The Pentagon, the CIA, they're going to have to answer the mail.
Some are risking everything.
Have you had incidences that have caused you to be in fear for your life?
Yes, personally.
To uncover the rest.
What is being done to verify the assertion that the U.S. government has spaceships of non-human intelligence in their possession?
That kind of revelation unearths people's beliefs.
I would go to jail to say things that I've been exposed to in the program.